Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 26th Annual Garden State Film Festival. My name is Ming Chen. We're live at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge at the Berkeley Hotel in Asbury Park. I'm here with
CJ Cullen.
and we have some old friends that have come back. We've
Back
been
again.
here 4 years in a row. You guys have been here for 3 of them. We keep coming back, so you guys are our good luck charm, my friend.
Well, I appreciate you having us.
Yeah, can you
Love that.
introduce yourselves, please?
Yeah, my name's Daniel Myers. I'm the writer-director of Fading Kingdoms, an audio story that's used here at the festival. And
Brian May. I do some sound design, some editing, and I act in basically everything that Dan makes.
Yeah, you guys shoot right in our backyard,
Yeah,
which
you
I
guys are
love.
local.
Yes, we
we're,
do.
we're
Yep.
Shrewsbury, so yeah, I mean, we had our film Glass Eyes, a zombie film here last year, and you know, I owe a lot to you guys, especially
so?
you, because,
Truly.
Well, him,
Truly.
because
yes.
I'm going to give you some praise because
Yeah.
last year we were talking about Glass Eyes. We were nice enough to they gave us an award for the film here at
Yeah.
the festival, and then it was a zombie genre film, and I'm like, I don't know. Let's just put it on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
And we put it on YouTube. It has some good numbers, like 30, 40K views. And then like, and I was talking to you guys about it on the couch here last year,
Yeah.
and you said, submit to the horror cons.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
And I
We
did.
can't thank you enough.
And we got into basically every single one
Yeah.
we submitted to, and then him and I traveled to Horror Hound in Indy.
Oh, it's a
Indianapolis.
great.
And that was a lot of fun.
That
And
was fantastic.
The highlight of the
Fantastic.
trip was eating at St. Elmo Steakhouse.
Oh yeah,
We were just talking about this.
Getting
the other day.
the shrimp
yeah,
cocktail. and
burning
then
your
see-
face off.
Every
It was my birthday too,
was
by the
my
way. It
birthday.
just happened to fall on my birthday.
I want
the stars
all of my
aligned.
birthdays to be at St. Elmo's
We're-
Steakhouse
we're
in
sitting
Indy.
there,
Unbelievable.
And to our right is Tom Skerritt sitting at the table
Oh,
next to us.
wow.
Behind
Eating a
us is
steak.
Wendy Peppercorn from
from the Sandlot, yeah.
It was a
And
dream.
then on our way out was William Fichtner, the famous character
man,
actor.
yes.
And I'm like, Brian, we got to buy him a drink. We got to buy him a drink.
We
Brian
got cold
said maybe
feet.
not, and then
We
we got
got cold
cold feet.
feet.
We didn't buy him a drink.
Yeah,
So we
he
regret it
would have
to this
taken
day.
it.
I think he
Fichtner?
would have.
He
Fichtner
would've
would have
taken
taken
it,
it.
yep.
Man.
Yeah. So
They are
but
the
yeah.
best. They're
So
all
I
over.
want to thank you for giving us that little push. Like, hey, just submit to these cons.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun with them. So.
And
Yeah.
just being there, the you saw all the craft people, the makeup people, the mask people,
Yeah. I got
the
to meet-
costume convention. All that was unbelievable. Just walking around, seeing the behind
I had
the
10
scenes
minutes. I
stuff.
sat down with Tom Savini, and I gave him our film link, and God knows if he watched it, he probably didn't. But like, just having 10 minutes with him was,
Yeah,
was
that
pretty
guy, you
epic.
never know. There's a very good chance he may have watched it.
I
So,
sat down with the director of Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood,
Yeah.
one time. Just sat down. It was the end of the fest. It was a Sunday night. He signed a poster for me, and we talked for I got some stuff that he wasn't telling anybody. He goes home on the airplane, dies.
No way.
died.
on the plane.
After got home.
I think you killed him.
Died.
You might have killed him.
He had a heart attack right after.
Wow,
that
you're-
day.
He
The
talked
next
to you. He was
day.
like, "That's it. I've
I was the
accomplished
last thing.
And
He
you
was
everything."
just-
closing up. He was getting his flight.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild.
He got
You
off
just
the
had
flight,
that
went
experience
home,
with them.
died.
Learn some secrets of the trade.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Wow.
Wow.
Right before you got his last dying words.
Last one. I got his.
CJ, come closer.
Come
closer.
I have his poster signed up on the wall.
But that was the thing about the HorrorCon. We were just overwhelmed by the fan base. The
Yes.
people walking around there
They get
in
crazy.
cosplay. It was fantastic.
Passionate.
Just seeing
They
the
love it,
passion
man.
was
Yeah.
unbelievable. We were so inspired all weekend. We would wake up and be like, let's just go walk around and see everybody. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Make you want to do more horror?
Yeah,
films?
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
mean, we have. I wrote a short film script. We're trying to get some funding to get that off the ground. We're really excited about that. Him and I wrote a feature length script, kind of like like you call it Jaws meets Signs, like our it's very central, like Little Silver's our fictional towns, very New Jersey. There may or may not be a mayor character who we wrote with Ming Chen in mind.
Oh,
We have a role. We have
okay.
a role.
Because when I heard last year, you told us you played a Mexican cartel drug lord
Yes.
somewhere, right?
Yes, I did.
You just played
Yeah.
a priest the other day.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think
Character actor.
I think he has it. No, but we're being serious. We wrote it.
I'm in.
We had your vibes and
We got
your
you.
cadence and everything.
You act like the jerk mayor guy from Jaws. A
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
for sure. It's like, no,
That's
literally
that's
like what it
basically
is.
it.
we have to open Long Branch. Yes.
I don't know if you noticed. You
Pure
say,
Village
you,
must be open for the holidays.
You say "my friend" a lot, and that's littered
Yeah.
in the script. My friend.
Yeah.
We got it there.
Love it. No, but so because I had a kid last year, and so we kind of put the brakes on production. We wrote a bunch of stuff, and we're excited about the stuff we wrote because we believe in it. So yeah, we're just trying to figure that world out and trying
Yeah.
to,
Has being a father influenced you as a filmmaker at all?
yes, I can't. I can't watch movies where kids are in peril or anything.
It's tough.
I
Yeah,
lose
you're
it.
right.
No more
Yeah,
Stranger
tough.
Things.
Something I didn't
Out.
care about
Out.
15, 16 months ago
Yeah.
before he was here. I watch it now, and it's
Yeah,
really
different-
it's hard. It's,
Different perspective, man.
it's
you
incredible.
you feel it
Very
for sure.
focused on what's influencing the youth now. It's a totally different Dan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but no, it's cool. So we're excited about that. We'll the short film we're hoping to get off the ground this summer, and we'll go from there. And then the audio story that we're here for.
Yeah, tell us about that.
It's Fading Kingdoms. It's like a fantasy adventure series that we wrote during COVID. We produced during COVID and the years afterwards. Lauren likes it enough to keep asking to have it back, and I say, does it get us a seat in the couch? And she says yes. And I
Oh
said,
yeah,
We're in.
we're in.
you
We're
always
in.
have a seat at the couch.
Appreciate
Love
it.
yeah,
that.
for sure.
And then and we're that's an interesting project because that project did okay. You know, we decent amount of views, decent amount of traction, but by chance we got a pretty intense pitch meeting out of it with a major production company, and that's one of those things where you never know what's going to happen with
Yeah.
that. And that was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience.
And what we love about this project is it was a COVID project. We're sitting at home. It was the opportunity for Dan to write something that we could never film ourselves, fantasy genre. And we got in touch with all these great voice actors, all these people who
Yeah.
were just interested in creating something. So it's something that's Fading Kingdoms is just an organic idea that continues to live. We write short stories for it. It's just we really love diving into
You
that
just
world.
built a whole world then.
Totally.
Which could go on forever. Yeah.
So that's what we had the meeting for, and basically, can we turn this into an IP,
Yeah.
like another? Because it's one of those things where just the world we're in with Hollywood, it's like a catch-22. It's like audiences are tired of the worn out, been there, done that IP, but at the same time, we're not going to take chances on original IP. So I think it's one of those things where if you have an IP out there that you believe in and has done pretty well, just stay patient.
Yep.
Maybe we're going to get to that point where someone's going to take a shot, because you have to assume if it's not next year or the year after, eventually people are going to have to start taking shots
Right.
on
Playing the
original
long
ideas.
game.
Yeah.
Playing the long game.
so
We,
yeah.
we can work on creativity, work on storytelling, work with actors. We get to do everything with audio series.
Yeah, and they're running out of original ideas out there. So if you have one,
Very
if you
quickly,
have one,
Yeah.
you got a decent shot.
Yeah.
You got a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I believe in it. So we'll see what happens with it. But it was pretty cool, just like being just some guy from Jersey on a Zoom with some important people, and just like, how did I get here? And so it was a pinch me moment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it was cool. And this festival has brought us a lot in terms of our other projects, parlaying, meeting people, and then parlaying that into more talent involved with our projects. Like last year, our film here, we had Sophia was the lead in it,
Yep.
who's like in
Yep.
everything here.
Yeah.
And then
Sophia's
we
the
had
best.
Rick Cook,
Sophia's
who was
awesome.
our
Everything.
DP, and yeah, it's just this festival has been so great to us, and just it's cool to be able to come here every year, even if we don't have anything in it. So
Yeah, it was fun watching you win an award last year.
yeah, we did. What's the funny story about that?
The best right here.
We just had our kid was like 5 months old or whatever, and he was still breastfeeding. And my wife really wanted to come and see it, and she had to keep running to the car to pump.
Yes.
And she's like, "Do you think I have time?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know." And then the one time she gets up and leaves, 2 seconds later, it's like, for homegrown
That was
whatever,
the Daniel, yes.
Daniel Myers and Glass Eyes, and I'm getting up, and I'm just everyone's laughing at us because
Yeah.
our table knew Daniel just ran out, and
Fantastic.
yeah. So, but then I got a great job, brother, from you across the room. He yelled
Oh,
out.
yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Oh,
you
of
know?
course,
Appreciate
man.
it. It's
Of
all
course.
good.
I like
itself, the whole thing that happened, right? The whole
Totally. There's
I like-
a sitcom there.
I like seeing people I like win. Right.
appreciate it.
Right. That's all goal in life is
And it's obviously not about awards and doing all that, but
No.
just the fact that when we started with this festival, it was such a long shot for our first short. To meet then Sophia and Rick Cook, who shot our second film here
Yeah.
because of this festival, it feels like a home here when we come here
Yep.
and we see everybody, we reconnect, we see what everybody's been doing for a year.
It's good to see
We're-
you guys on
We're
the couch
excited
here.
about everybody's projects being back here
Yeah.
again. It feels like a home when we come here. Like Dan said, even if we don't have anything here, we're excited about the festival every single year.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So
awesome.
you know, whether we're in the lobby here at the Berkeley and we see people we know, or you know, whatever, one of some of the after hours events. Yeah, it's really great. It's really great.
no,
It's
it's awesome.
love meeting Jersey filmmakers
So
and creatives.
I have a question for you.
Ask
I
away.
noticed you do a lot of. You have a pretty remarkable career where you get to travel to all these cons and stuff. Now, like, do you have like a favorite con? Do you have like what's that lifestyle for you? Like, just like
It's pretty awesome.
What do you get
the-
excited about?
the- so the,
and-
the first goal is to get invited to a convention, like any convention.
Yeah,
It could
yeah,
be so small, big, wherever. Like
a lot
because
of fun.
you know you just want to go to a Comic-Con somewhere and see what the fandom's like. Once you get there, you find all the cool stuff in that city, and you meet the promoter and the people there. You make friends. Then you know once it's like, oh man, that place was great. The goal is to get invited back.
Right.
And
Keep
On
going
that
back.
second year.
Yeah,
and
The
then
that's-
second,
third
it's
year.
about the second and third year.
Yeah,
We're returning
honestly-
to Houston for like it's my sixth year.
yeah, my 10th.
For-
But
for-
to get it
Comic
for there's a
Awesome.
Podcasting.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
He's doing all his stuff, but mostly podcasting
that's cool.
too.
And I've
Yeah.
seen you've moderated some pretty big panels.
Yeah,
and stuff
so
like that.
it's very rare to get invited back 2 years in a row because they want to switch up the guests.
Yeah.
And you know, if you go when you're pretty, you know, the theory is you've met everyone that wants to meet you already, so you won't be a draw the second year.
It might take a couple of
But-
years later.
Yeah.
But a lot of these conventions, yeah, they're like, hey, we loved you, you were great. Will you come back next year? I'm like, absolutely,
That's
I will.
cool.
Yeah.
And so you know, to get invited back, and some of these like Compalooza in Houston, this will be my 10th year in a row. Some
Awesome.
of these I keep going back to, and that's almost unheard of. So you know, to keep
That's
keep
cool.
it going, yeah, I'll moderate
There's
panels.
the
I'll,
cosplay contest.
yeah, I'll host a
maybe.
cosplay contest. They
All-
knew
all
I
that
do a
is
lot of
awesome.
press. I do a lot of promotion. I'll podcast with them. So, I'm not that guy who just rolls in, rolls out, and takes his money and just cashes a check.
Karaoke with
Well,
Which is fine.
With Ming's karaoke.
Yeah, I'll do karaoke.
Do you have a pinch me moment? Either whether it's moderating a panel or meeting someone at a booth nearby.
I think I know. That
I mean, I have a
Kinda.
few.
You know?
I have a few. You know, one my panel with Ralph Macchio, which was really awesome because he's an
That's
East Coast
cool.
guy. He was on our show, but you know, he was there for like 4 hours, so you never know if he remembers or not. But he calls me Ming Yagi. He keeps calling me Ming Yagi, and I love it. Like he was one of my heroes for
And
sure.
I
That's
gave
cool.
I gave you a question. You asked him, and he
Yep,
liked it.
yeah,
so
for
I was
sure.
like, yeah.
That's awesome.
And then years ago, I got to meet Ki Kwan, who you know was in Indiana Jones.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
The Temple of
Cool.
Doom, you know, and previously was known for that in Goonies, and now he's
Sure.
an Oscar winner.
And you got to congratulate him on that, didn't you?
yeah, but I got to meet
You saw
him.
him after the fact.
Well, the big time was I met him at a con, and he was like, "Hey, I was like, hey, you're my hero when I was 10. You're awesome. You know, I'm glad you're here." He was like, "Cool. What do you do? I don't watch TV. I'm sorry. Can you? But I'm interested. What do you do?" And I told him about comic, and he was like, "Cool. That's awesome, man. Like agents on TV.
That's cool.
Cool. Do you ever come out to LA?" Well, yeah, I come out 2 or 3 times a year. Why? He's like, "Hey, take my number down. Next time you're in town, let's have dinner." I'm like, holy crap, man.
Rock on.
Did
That's
Well, I
cool.
heard he's like salt of the earth.
He
Like
really
good,
is.
good human being.
He
and
really
like,
is, and I'm like, all right, oh, great. I just got his number. Like, I'm never gonna use it though, and he's probably just saying that he's being nice. But I was in LA 4 months later. I'm like, you know what?
Why not?
What the hell?
Yeah.
I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm Ming. You know, I don't know if you remember me from Connecticut. We're at that con. He's like, are you in LA? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you want to have dinner tomorrow night? And I'm like, yeah. And we
That's
went. We had
fantastic.
dinner.
You had
I had dinner with him. Yeah, I had dinner with him. He brought his
That's
wife. I brought my
fantastic.
friend. It was awesome. We went to a Chinese restaurant.
oh
but
my god, that is
It was cool, and you know,
That rocks. That's so cool.
it was a 3-hour dinner, and not once did we talk about film or anything. We just talked about life, and I all just
That-
you know,
that's
Just a
That's
normal
amazing.
day in the
That's
life of
amazing.
Yeah, I was
Vincent.
gonna
cool.
say that's unreal.
that's amazing.
yeah, and then you know, we kept missing each other at conventions, and so the next thing I know, he's in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and he's an Oscar nominee.
Yeah.
That's so
Oscar
beautiful.
winner, but
That's awesome.
my favorite moment, the morning of the Oscars, I'm like, you know what the hell? I text him, like,
luck.
hey man, great luck, you're awesome. I bet you look great in a tux. And he texts me back right away on the morning of the freaking Oscars.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Texts me back right away. He's like, thanks man, I miss you. I hope I see you soon. And so
I got
when he-
chills.
I'm
a
not
little bit.
afraid
That's
to admit that
fantastic.
I shed a tear
Yeah.
when he won.
And when
I,
he-
I,
that
I
was
was like,
yeah,
that's pretty
but for
amazing.
me, it meant so much more
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
won. Like, yeah, it was huge.
You were in
wave of
communication
emotion.
with that guy that day.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
So it meant on many levels did that mean
But
so
also
much
some of
to
the
me.
panels that
amazing.
you get to host. You just did Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
That was really
I got
cool.
the
That's
monitor
cool.
panel with the Boy Meets
That's
World
cool.
cast. It's been a lot of fun for sure, and I'm trying to keep it going.
Do you ever
so.
just reflect on how cool your career's been and
Yeah,
how it'll
I-
continue to be cool and
I do, but
Yeah.
the as in the film industry, once you do something fun and make people
Yeah.
you got to keep it going.
Right.
You got to keep
it's
it
all,
going.
It's all about
Right.
because we work in hockey and like a lot of it's like if you can't, in order to be great, you can't sit back and feel great, and
No.
like, you have to kind of just keep your
No.
eyes down the road.
Yeah,
and keep
Marty
moving
Brodeur
and-
didn't sit on his
That's
first
right.
shutout. He
No, he
went and
didn't.
got
He
however
didn't.
many.
You
gotta
like,
play the
many,
long
many
game.
more. Yeah, for sure. And he didn't stop at one Stanley Cup. He won 3.
No,
So.
Yeah.
no. What was your last Devils game? Did you go to one recently?
I have not been in a stadium series. I went to the
You
stadium
went to
series.
that.
Oh,
And I heard it
cool.
was
That was
freezing,
cool.
right? Was that the freezing one or?
Yeah, again, I got lucky though. It was freezing. It was
you get no
about
box?
25 degrees. But one of our podcasters.
You were all over the place. You were walking your pictures.
Yeah,
of
I
this
went.
Person,
Yeah,
this person.
but one of our podcasters was like, "Hey, I was up here. I was for a pitch meeting. I'm trying to get a box for the Giants, but they asked me to stay. They gave me an extra ticket. Would you like to watch in a suite? Right center ice." And I'm like, let me think. Yes. So, but I watched outside. I'm not in the heated part. No way. You don't go to stadium series and watch inside. Watch outside. But free beer, food. It was
I
cool.
remember there was a friend of mine was there. I said, "Oh, this girl we know is over there.
Yep.
If you see her." And like 5 minutes later, they send a picture back.
Yeah, I went hung out with her. Walt Flanagan wasn't.
You found him.
Walt Flanagan was freezing his ass off in the nosebleeds,
Yeah,
but I went
yeah.
up, hung out with them
Yeah,
for half a
that's cool.
period. So I was all over that stadium, man. So yeah, it was great. It really was. So yeah, it was really fun. So yeah, life is good, but
great.
yeah,
Beautiful thing.
But it's all it's all about podcasting, really. So
is.
even at the conventions, we try to podcast somewhere.
Yeah,
so.
that's great, and that's probably a big draw why they bring you in, right? Because you bring.
Yeah,
bring
I think
this
so.
element to it,
Because
and, like-
podcasting has become a big element in Comic Cons
Yeah,
and
we'll be
in
doing
life,
that
really.
soon,
So
and,
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend, we'll be podcasting down in Houston.
yep, be in Houston.
That's
and
Now,
awesome.
I'm
That's
sure there's
cool.
like this might be a dumb question, but like, are there podcasts that exist that like break down like almost like a podcast that like an average fan who lives in like wherever can listen to, be like, go to this con, travel to
Oh yeah,
this con?
yep, yeah.
Kinda like
There are
a-
podcasts about conventions, yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
cool.
And they review cons, they go to
Yeah.
cons, they interview people at cons,
Yeah.
and then they preview upcoming conventions, and they give people advice.
Because that's one thing,
It's
like,
yeah,
growing up, not a big horror fan. I scared of horror movies, but just had.
But you did love horror movies.
I did love horror movies,
Yeah.
but I just kind of ended up
Scary.
making a horror movie.
right.
Yeah.
The one thing I took from Horror Hound was like how amazing that environment was and the community
Really is.
was.
Those fans are
the
passionate.
people
It's
were unbelievable.
insane how positive
Super
everyone.
passionate.
Like you walk around and everything's about death and gore and whatever, but then everyone's hyper nice and like
And they love
it
it.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
They love it. And they're
Love
there to hang out with
karaoke,
each
Yeah,
other.
it's just
Yeah.
all peace and love within
Yeah.
that world.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
awesome. I hope you get to go to way more. So yeah, it's Horror Hunt,
We'll see.
Monster Mania,
Yeah.
some great horror conventions out there.
100%.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Spooky Empire, yeah, for sure.
Oh, speaking of the Ghostbusters,
Mm-hmm.
Sophia was featured in the trailer for Frozen Empire.
Amazing.
Garden
Yeah.
State
Sophia's-
Film Festival's own. Yep.
Sophia's literally everywhere.
She's the best.
She's a
I'm
powerhouse.
seeing Godzilla -1 by
Yep.
myself,
Yep.
and I see bam, all of a sudden the lead actress in our short film is just like in the
Yeah.
On the big
Frozen
screen.
Empire, and I'm
Unreal.
Like, that's pretty
So
amazing.
that's
so
a really cool feeling.
she'll get there. She's
Yep.
gonna get
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure. That's amazing. So congratulations,
Yeah.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
And
Great to have
Thanks for having
yeah,
us,
when,
guys.
when the Little Silver Jaws project, give
You're
me,
in.
We'll send it
You're
to you.
in.
Give me a
man.
call.
That's
I
when
mean,
he'll reflect
I'm
back on his
definitely
career after that role.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big one for all of us.
That'll be the
you know?
retrospective.
That will
from
be
there.
it.
definitely awesome. Thank you guys so much. It's
Yeah, appreciate
so,
Thanks
it.
for having us,
Yeah.
guys.
Not a
It's
Garden
always-
State
it's
Film
always
Festival
fun.
till we see you guys.
No, we love it.
Love
Appreciate
that.
what you guys do.
And thank you for the coffee for sure. Yeah.
Caffeine.
Coffee.
Yeah. Garden State Film Festival rolls on, my friends. We're only halfway done with the first day, so you have all night to come down and check out amazing films, and all day tomorrow. We'll be podcasting here, after parties, karaoke. This amazing atmosphere. Meet filmmakers, network with filmmakers, collaborate with filmmakers, and come hang out with us. But stay tuned, everybody. We will see you soon.